Welcome to slopes and linear equations. So slope, we'll first talk about slope, and we will look at the ratio of the rise to the run. Remember rise over run? So it's a ratio of the rise to the run. So when you're looking at a line, linear equation, and you go from one point to the next, it is the ratio of what you rise to what you run in reduced form. So if you have 2 points, let's say x1, y1, and another point x2, y2, those are the coordinates. Your slope, remember slope, the symbol is m, so it's the difference in the y's divided by the difference in the x's. So if you have 2 points, let's say, let's see, what are some good numbers? We'll do 2, 7, and -5, -3. We're going to find the slope between those 2 points. My weird abbreviations. Actually, BTWN, between. So here we go. The slope equals the change in the y's. So 7 minus a -3 over the run, 2 minus a -5. So that will give us 7 plus 3, or 10, over 2 plus 5 is 7. And it's reduced, so that is our slope. Do not put it in mixed number form. It needs to stay as an improper fraction, but it needs to be reduced if possible. This one is already reduced for us. So there's your slope. And so the slope can be used to write the equation of a line. So we can write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. And y equals mx plus b is the slope-intercept form, remember? M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. So when you are looking at a line, here's your y-intercept. Graph that first. That is a point. Remember, slope is not a point, it's a ratio. So you need a place to start your ratio. Your ratio will start at B. So locate B, and then you will rise and run, whatever M says, to get to the next point. And you can just keep rising and running. So if we have an equation of a line, let's say y equals 3/2 x plus, let's do minus because we always do plus, -4. That tells me that my y-intercept is at -4. So we go down 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where it's going to cross the y-axis. And then we rise 3, 1, 2, 3, run 2, 1, 2. And then you could rise 3 again and run 2. But regardless, you will have this line that goes through these points. And so that is how you find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. There's one other form called the point-slope form. And that one, if you're given a point and a slope, you can use this. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. There's your m. There's your slope. Pops up again. The y1 and the x1 are a coordinate on the line. They're a coordinate on the line. So let's say that you are given the points, you know what, let's just use the old points that we just used. Given the points 2, 7, and -5, -3, we'll write the equation of the line. All right, so first we need a slope, which we found. We found it to be 10/7. And then you need a point. Well, you've got 2, so pick your favorite. My preference is probably the positives. So y minus 7 equals 10/7 times x minus 2. So that would be the equation of the line in point-slope form. You can turn it into slope-intercept form by solving or isolating y. So we can add 7y equals 10/7 times the quantity x minus 2 plus 7, and then also distribute the 10/7. So 10/7 x minus 20/7 plus, I'm going to turn this into sevenths so I can combine, 49/7. So y equals 10/7 x plus, that'll be 49 minus 20 is 29/7. So this would be your point-slope form here. This is your slope-intercept form of the same line. Okay, there's a couple of lines that are funny, the horizontal and the vertical. So let's just take a couple moments to talk about that. So horizontal lines and vertical lines. They're really easy, but because they're so easy, sometimes they can be hard. Horizontal lines. So if we look at a horizontal line, it goes like this. And so whatever x value you pick, the y value is going to be the same. So this will be a y equals a constant. That will be the equation of that line. And the slope, well, let's look at this. You're rising nothing, but you're running a whole lot. So if you're rising nothing and running a whole lot, you've got 0 over a number, so the slope is 0. Vertical lines. So here's a vertical line. So regardless of which y value you pick, any y value, you'll always have the same x value. So this is an x equals a constant. And then your slope here, you're rising and up and down as much as you want, but you're running nothing. So in the rise over run ratio, you have 0 in the denominator, so this guy is undefined. That slope is undefined. So those are your horizontal and vertical lines. All right, so give those a try, give those couple worksheets a try, and then the next section we'll talk about parallel and perpendicular lines.